So today I'm going to show you guys how to select the proper polishing pad for your application. There's so many different types of polishing pads on the market. There's foam, microfiber, wool, even different types of exotic materials to get the job done. And all these can make polishing very confusing. So today I'm going to show you guys all the different types of polishing pads, foam, microfiber, wool, and I'm going to tell you guys all the differences between the different types of pads to make sure that you get the best result every time you go out there and polish. So let's go ahead and take a look at all these polishing pads, tell you guys what they do, how to use them, and when to put them to the right job. Let's take a look at these pads right now. So we got a variety of pads laid out here to show you guys exactly what they do, when to use them, and what they're all for. There's more different types of pads in this, but I'm going to go ahead and go over these types of pads because these are the most known and well-used pads on the market. So pads all come in different shapes and sizes. These are all the standard size and they're all a little bit different. So these ones in the center right here are 5.5 inch. This one right here is actually a 6.5 inch. So you can see the difference between a 5.5 and a 6.5 inch. We also have some 6.5 inch microfiber polishing pads over here and a bigger, I believe this is an 8 inch wool pad right here. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about each pad to show you guys exactly what they do, how to use them, and when you use them in the proper way. So first we'll start with the wool pad. The wool pad is one of the oldest pads known to the detailing industry. You might see a lot of these pads used in body shops or when they're painting because this pad is used to remove color sanding scratches. Back in the day when cars were painted with lacquer and solvent-based paint, they needed that heat to build up to the paint to cut through. This is what this does. This is pretty much a giant hammer in your detailing arsenal. It's big, it's thick, it's designed to cut through the paint real fast. You don't want to use this pad unless you really have to because it's a really big hammer in your toolbox and can cause a lot of damage if you don't know how to use it properly. If you don't know how to use it properly, you can cause things like extra swirl marks. You can also cause holograms and marring. All this different type of stuff can be caused by this if you don't know how to use it properly. I wouldn't recommend using this pad on your daily driver or on newer cars now because newer cars can actually be polished with foam with a better advancement in polishes, in the way polishes are made, and the abrasive in the formula. So we don't really use this pad that much, and here at Smart Detailing University we try to use only foam. But I wanted to bring it up to you guys so you guys know exactly what it is and when to use it. You mainly use this pad with heavy compounds like V32, V34, Paint Correction 3, any type of those heavy compounds that you want to make sure that you can cut through the paint very easily. But nowadays you don't really have to use these, so we're going to go ahead and put these down and talk about the rest of the pads right here. So right here we have our standard colors sized Hex-Logic color series. These foam pads are pretty much all you need to polish any type of vehicle. Let's start from the most aggressive and move our way down to the softest pads. So the first right here is our yellow pad. The yellow Hex-Logic pad is designed for cutting, heavy cutting and compounding. You mostly use this type of pad with V32 or V34 to cut through the paint very easily. When you're doing any of these pads, you can mix and match polishes and combos on these pads depending on the vehicle because all paint is different. Some paint's hard, some paint's soft, some paint's thin, some paint's thick. Every paint is different, just like you and I are completely different people. This pad is designed to really cut through scratches, oxidation, knock out a lot of paint quickly and easily to move on to the next process. You can't really finish down with a yellow pad because it is very aggressive and you're going to have to finish down with a softer pad to get final results. So you mainly use these on harder paints like Corvette, F-150, things that are real hard. You want to cut through with heavy compounding. I don't really use this pad that much because I like to go straight to the orange pads. Let's talk about that next. The next pad down is the lighter cutting pad. This is the orange cutting pad. This is really my favorite cutting pad to use when removing swirls, scratches, marring, all that nasty stuff. It's good to use an orange pad to cut through that. The orange cutting pad is good for removing swirls and scratches on a DA using anything like V32, V34, V36. You can also use medium polishes as well to pull out swirls and scratches. But the cool thing about the orange pad is that if you use it on a porter cable or a flex dual action, you can actually finish down the paint very well. You can actually do that one-step process on just an orange pad. On my personal car, my Ford Mustang, I can actually remove swirls and scratches and finish out almost perfect with the orange pad when using a polish like V36. So the orange pad is very effective for removing swirls, scratches, marring, oxidation, all that nasty stuff. This is really my go-to pad, and I recommend that you guys use this to remove swirls and scratches very easily. These are kind of cool because on the back we actually put the Chemical Guys logo and our number, so you can reorder your pad anytime. So you always remember you can call Chemical Guys to get new pads. The next one down is the green light cutting pad. The green cutting pad was designed for Mercedes-Benz paint with ceramic clear coat, and they needed something a little bit stronger to polish. This is great for one-stepping as well. It works great on Subaru paint. Subaru paint's very, very soft. Same thing with Porsche. Those paints are very, very soft, and you can get a nice one-step effect using V36 and a green pad. This also works great with V38, and it can work great with any other finishing polish to remove light swirls and scratches, and then also bring back the luster and finish out almost perfect. It's a great pad because it's a little bit softer than the orange. As you can see, my finger sinks into it a little bit more. Softer, but it still gets that nice cut. This is a newer pad on the market. A lot of people are using this for one-steps or they're all-in-one polishes, so it's a great choice for any type of vehicle to bring back that luster. I also like using this on windows and headlights as well to cut through any light scratches on plastic. Next up is the white pad. The white pad is the light polishing pad. This is where the pad goes from cutting to polishing. The green pad's a transition pad, but the white pad is a pure polishing pad. This is designed to use with finishing polish or lighter polish to remove any marring or light swirl marks created by either a yellow cutting pad or an orange cutting pad. It's great for cleaning up the paint, and you can almost finish out every time without going down to another pad. It's great for using on DA or rotary. I like to use this with P40 polish, V38, any type of light to medium finishing polish. This really gets the job done. It's a little bit more dense than the green pad. Still has a nice finish to the pad and makes it look real, real good. If I'm usually using a DA or like a Porter Cable or a Flex DA, I usually finish down with this pad because this gives me the nice results that I like. Next pad down is our blue pad. Blue pad is mainly for glazing. When used with a DA or rotary, it really has no cut, so it's designed to apply glazes like black light, easy cream, wet mirror finish. Any of those glazes, it's designed to get a nice smooth coverage while using less product and still getting those proper results. It's easy to use and it's easy to remember because most glazes that we have come in blue or purple, so you can actually connect it with the pad very, very easily. The black pad is a finishing pad. Finishing pad is designed to not cut through the paint, but actually just refine the finish with a rotary, or it's actually designed to apply wax. I like to use this pad on a DA, like a Flex or a Porter Cable, to apply wax to the car. That way I know that this pad is for wax, and I won't have any problem with it confusing it with any other polishes. Last one on that pad series is our red ultra soft pad. This is the softest of all the pads, and this is designed to apply a sealant to the vehicle, like Jet Seal 109, M Seal, any type of sealant. This is great to apply because it gives a nice thin layer over the surface, so you use the least amount of product and you get the highest quality results. This is a must-have for any detailer that loves sealants or likes applying very, very fine waxes like paste waxes. You can apply the paste wax on the red pad and apply a nice thin layer over the surface. Now these two ones over here, these are actually microfiber pads. We have a microfiber polishing and a microfiber cutting pad. These microfiber pads actually use a foam base to dissipate heat, but the microfiber is on the top. Now this is the newest advancement in detailing because microfiber actually polishes the paint very well and gives a nice smooth finish. So if you have a softer paint or a harder paint, the microfiber does a great job of that. A lot of detailers nowadays like using these with a dual action polisher to make sure they get nice results and give a nice true finish to the surface. It's soft, it's plush, it's great for waxing, polishing, any type of business. A lot of people really like these. It's all personal preference whether you like to use foam or microfiber, but some cars respond different to each one. Like my personal car, my Ford Mustang, responds better to foam than microfiber. We have an Audi in the shop that we're working on right now, and the Audi responds better to microfiber pads than foam. So always remember to do a test and check out which pad works best for each application. So now you know which pad does what. You can go out and polish your car, get perfect results. So now you guys know exactly how to use all these buffing pads. You know exactly what each pad does, when to use it, how to use it, so you make sure that you get the right results every time. So if you have any more questions about polishing pads or any type of machine polishing in general, you can always check us out on our Facebook or YouTube, or you can find me and all these pads hanging out at chemicalguys.com.